live on NXT.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoon's Delight. And I want to first start off this video by saying congratulations to the Denver Nuggets for winning their first NBA championship. Took them 47 years to get it. Big night last night for the city of Denver and the state of Colorado. So congratulations to them. And then tonight, congratulations to the city of Las Vegas on winning their first major professional championship as the Vegas Golden Knights win the Stanley Cup, the best, most prestigious team championship in the world, that Stanley Cup. They won it tonight for the Vegas Golden Knights, so congratulations to them in the state of Nevada. Congratulations to both Colorado and Nevada. Celebrate the rest of this week. Enjoy the parades. It was a great feeling when my Raptors won in 2019, man. Congratulations to y'all, and celebrate hard, man. Celebrate hard, man. But let's get to it, man. Bron Breakker, man. Our boy Bron Breakker came out there dressed all in black, looked like he was ready for somebody's funeral, looking like a hitman. Like, I think either Booker or Vic Joseph said he looked like he was a hitman or something. He did look like a hitman. But he came out there and talked some more about Seth Rollins. And some of us in the wrestling community were a little bit worried that maybe they had scratched this whole Seth Rollins Bron Breakker thing because they didn't acknowledge it on Raw last night. They basically mainly focused in on Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. And some of us were worried that they might have scratched it. But I was glad to see that Bron Breakker addressed it and he wasn't done with Seth. So that let me know, oh, thank God they're not done with this yet. So as Bron was talking, Ilja Dragunov, he wanted to smoke all the security and the rest. They were trying to keep him from coming out there to attack Bron, and they did keep him from attacking Bron. Bron at first acted like he wanted to smoke, and then as they were pushing him to the back, Ilja Dragunov, he's like, nah, make sure he don't come in here and all this other stuff. So it was pretty funny, man. Bron Breakker just be doing a great job as a heel, man. I love watching this dude as a heel, man. Like, I look forward to watching this dude, bro. He is amazing. So, anyways, we see Seth get on the screen. So Seth gets on the screen, and it was just shocking just to even see Chef in the video, right? And Seth acknowledged Bron Breakker, and he said, hey, why don't, he was talking about how Bron challenged him, and he said, that wasn't the right way to do it. You just can't sit up here and ask, for championships whenever you want. That's how we do things around here. And he was like, just because I was an NXT champion, the first one, and you are former NXT champion as well, it just don't mean we're going to face each other. But Seth was trolling him a little bit and said, no, I'm going to come back down to my roots down in Orlando. You're going to see me next Tuesday at the WWE Performance Center down in Orlando. You are going to see me and you are going to fight for that championship, for that new World Heavyweight Championship that Seth Rollins has, and we're going to fight for it. Bro, I was in here almost screaming. I was like, Seth Rollins, a big star like Seth Rollins, down in NXT to fight. Let me tell y'all something right now, man. Y'all watching this video, you better be watching NXT Live next week. This is a historical episode next week. This is a can't miss NXT. Like, you cannot miss this NXT episode next week. You call yourself a real wrestling fan, you cannot miss this episode next week. Don't you dare. If you ain't working, you ain't doing nothing. You better be watching this episode next Tuesday. You best to be watching this episode next Tuesday. It is, I might be willing to say it's the biggest NXT episode of all time. Next Tuesday. Because it's rare when you get a champion on the main roster brand. Not just coming down there to talk, coming down there to fight against the biggest NXT. I don't care if he got the title or not. He is the biggest roster player, man or woman, in Bron Breakker on that roster. He's going to be the next Roman Reigns. He's going to be the next John Cena. He's going to be that big when he gets to the main roster. Bron Breakker is that dude. And he is fighting against Seth Rollins for that prestigious title, probably in the main event. You cannot miss that episode next week. I want to see NXT hit more than 1 million viewers next week. There's no excuse why people aren't watching this episode next week. I don't care if you ain't watched NXT in past 7 years. This is your time to be watching some NXT next week. You need to watch NXT. I don't care if you ain't watching in a long time. A lot of us have been bragging about how NXT might be one of the best shows consistently every week. The way HBK books this thing, it's been amazing. So you get to see what we talking about. Y'all got to watch this. It's a big week for wrestling in general. We got tomorrow we got a big episode of Dynamite that's going to be a preview towards Collision and Forbidden Door coming up. Big episode. It's in the first city that AEW ever been in, which is Washington, D.C., and it's at the Capital One Arena. No small arena. They're at the Capital One Arena, the home of the Washington Capitals and Washington Wizards. Big episode tomorrow for Dynamite. Then they got Collision, the premiere of Collision, the third brand on AEW. Collision Saturday night in Chicago. And it ain't the Allstate Arena that y'all familiar with in the WWE. It ain't Wintrust Arena. It ain't Nile Arena. It is the United Center, the home that Michael Jordan built in the home of the recent three-time champion Stanley Cup winners, Chicago Blackhawks. CM Punk is back that night on the very first episode of Collision. That's another show you cannot miss. Saturday night, AEW Collision. Impact, we got Alex Shelley as a champion. I did a video on this. Make sure y'all check that one out. Alex Shelley gets to speak to us. So it's a big week of wrestling coming up. Then next week, Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker on NXT. Boy, oh boy. Time for me to stop talking. Go ahead, give me y'all comments on this. Are y'all excited to see this? Give this video a like, share, subscribe, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I'm going to put up a poll as well, leaning into this match, asking y'all who y'all think is going to win. Because I think this could actually go either way. I think Seth might end up losing his title. I think he could end up losing his title, y'all. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to do a poll on it towards next Tuesday. Make sure y'all vote. Thank y'all for watching. After News Delight.